Well, let me just say, as I ease out of the office I helped build, I'm sorry, but it's a fact that there is such a thing as manners. A way of treating people. I'm starting a new company. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
Fuck Konami.
Okay, I tell you what, let's just talk about the new
Konami.
Just calm down.
I am calm.
Fuck Konami.
Fuck Konami, I guess.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try and compose myself for this story while I talk about Konami.
Why don't you enlighten the audience of why you hate Konami? That would be great.
Because Kojima is my #1 kiss boy and they hurt his feelings. No one messes with my Kojima, okay? Nobody. Nobody.
What actually happened though? Like everyone's sitting there going, most people will know what happened, some people won't know.
Okay, so long story short, Hideo Kojima is the maker of Metal Gear Solid. He invented it. It's his. One of the greatest games ever made. This guy's an absolute genius. Like, he's not just a game maker, by the way. He's an actual game genius. There's maybe 5 of him in the world, like 5 people that have moved our medium forward in the way that it has been moved forward over the years. He's one of those people. He's one of the, like, seminal luminaries of our time. He's one of the greatest, okay? He made the Metal Gear series, kept making it. He was always like, oh, this is my last Metal Gear game, you know?
yes,
like,
he
this
did
will be
that
the
a lot.
last one, you know? And it comes back again and again and again, you know? Come back one last time, you know? So,
I think he's addicted to it. He's like, nah, this is my last one. The next he's just like, oh, give me that Metal Gear. Oh yeah.
and he started making Metal Gear 5. Now, Metal Gear 5 was easily his most ambitious game. If anyone has played Metal Gear 5, they'll immediately recognize that it is a just a phenomenal video game. It is unfinished, but the game that exists, separate from the story, is one of the most functional sandboxes you could imagine, and just incredible. Like, incredible game. Anyway, he couldn't finish that game because towards the end, he was running over budget and behind schedule. Fair enough, Konami were really trying to, you know, crack the whip and make sure he got the game out on time.
Totally.
But these guys really, really, really fucked him over towards the end. Locked him in a room, not literally locked, but like basically sectioned him off from the rest of his development team so that he couldn't even talk to his team. He had to issue instructions through other people.
Why were they doing that?
Because they did not trust him to be able to provide direction, to be able to get the project done on time. Just basically completely moved him out of the marketing of the game. Took his name off the box, by the way. Took his fucking name off the box. Did not let him receive an award from the Game Awards when he was honored and received a standing ovation at the Game Awards for contribution. The lawyers at Konami did not let him attend that thing.
On behalf of Hideo Kojima and everybody who worked on the game, I will accept this award and thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Mr. Kojima had every intention of being with us tonight. But unfortunately, he was informed by a lawyer representing Konami just recently that he would not be allowed to travel to tonight's awards ceremony to accept any awards.
If you cannot put your, I'm talking about Konami here, if you can't put aside that you might have some differences and understand that, you know, the reason, look, I know Konami mostly does poker machines, right? But the fact is, the only reason why they're on the map is pretty much Castlevania and Metal Gear Solid. Like Metal Gear Solid is like you think of Konami, you think of Metal Gear. Like you have to look up Castlevania and be like, oh, you know, Konami do them. Like it's not one of those things. So for them to not allow him to get up and actually receive an award. No.
And this is obviously separate from what Sam said. They're basically a gambling company. You know, they specialize in pachinko and, you know, slot machines and that sort of stuff. You know, like we talk about loot boxes all the time and like how they're gambling. Konami is actually a gambling company. That's
they're
their
like
thing.
Gambler.
They have decided that they're going to make another Metal Gear game, and they're going to make it without Hideo Kojima, who's went and started his own development studio, working with that Guillermo del Toro, the guy that's doing that, you know, The Shape of Water, cinematic genius, working with a video game genius on this new game. It just looks completely phenomenal, with starring Norman Reedus as well. They showed the trailer at the Game Awards. Looks amazing.
Looks weird as hell, but looks amazing.
It does. But
that whole baby thing and shit, but looks amazing.
And what are Konami doing?
Speaking of Konami, that is his ringtone.
That's how much I fucking love Metal Gear, man. Let's turn my phone on silent
turn it
so
on.
it doesn't happen again.
Let me do that too.
They are working on another Metal Gear game without Kojima, and it's not actually a Metal Gear game per se, it's a spin-off. It's called Metal Gear Survive. It's basically a zombie game where you have to survive with a squad of people against hordes of zombies. From memory, it doesn't even have any of the like Ocelot or Liquid.
I thought that they would have merged like
No, they don't have any of that.
something, so it's a completely different thing
The
entirely.
only thing it takes is the game engine and the game's like menus and
And the
sounds
sneaking and
the
shit?
all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
And it combines it with let's kill zombies. For some unknown reason, they decided this would be a good idea.
Like when you're coming out with a game that you want to make sure, like, you know, you've let the video game genius go. So now you need to rebrand that, and you want to bring out a game that's like a zombie game. It's like, well, it's been done.
They're like,
You know,
we need a new direction for Metal Gear, something original,
Yeah.
something no one has ever done before.
And they're
I've
like-
got it. Zombies.
Now they're like, MOBAs, baby. No one's doing MOBAs.
What about
Metal Gear
The
MOBA?
point is that, you know, Metal Gear is coming out, this new game. The producer has just come out today to apologize to fans for not making it clearer that this was a spin-off. Now, this is not the first Metal Gear spin-off. They had Metal Gear Solid, and they had Metal Gear Revengeance, which is a platinum game starring Raiden. It was that, like, hack and slash sword game. Sam is going to overlay some footage over the top of this. Thank you
Yes,
very
of
much,
course.
Sam. And yeah, it was really cool. Everyone loved that game. It was a good video game, but we loved it also because, and it wasn't a core Metal Gear game in per se, but like we were like, you know what, this is fine, no worries. We like you, Konami.
Yeah.
Sort of. This
Like
is
if,
okay.
if it expands the universe in a positive way, then
Sure.
cool, great.
And
You know?
now the producers come out and said, I'm sorry we didn't make it clearer that this was a spin-off. Dude, everyone knows it's a spin-off. No one cares. The fact people hate this game because we hate you, Konami, not producer. I'm sure you're a lovely guy. But if you go to any of the trailers online and you look at the dislike ratio,
I saw
on any of
that.
the it's like 4,000
4,000 to
dislikes
1,000
on-
likes. It's
Yeah.
fucked. Wow.
It's people hate, and the whole of the comment section is spammed with "fuck Konami,
Yeah.
fuck Konami."
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, all these people are like, I'm just here for the downloads, you know.
I mean, honest question though, I don't actually think that this game, regardless of if it's a fantastic game, people have a very bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah.
Let's just say they make the best zombie game known to man.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna sit there and play it and go, "Fuck these guys! I still hate them."
This could be
It's-
better than Ocarina of Time, and
Yeah.
I still would not care. I still will never play this game. The beta was on this weekend. I don't want to play it. I know there's lots of you in the comment section who are going to be like, give them a chance, man. Konami were just a business trying to do the right thing and, you know, like, hit their budget targets. But you can't freeze a man out like that who's made such a contribution to this industry. You can't disrespect someone like that
Yeah.
and then expect us to, as people who love this industry, just be like, it's cool, man. No
Yeah.
worries. We'll buy your next product.
I mean, I get it. Sometimes in business, you know, you do have deadlines, you do have budgets.
Yeah,
We're not
100%.
saying that Konami, you know, don't have things that they have to adhere to. I get that. But you're right in saying the way that they handled themselves, not letting him get up and take the award that he clearly deserves. Like, yeah, you might be having a bit of tension and problems, but like, honor the art.
Yeah.
Honor the art. That's what I say to that.
That's absolutely right. So the game's coming out. The beta was on this weekend. People say, yeah, it's okay. Some people actually really like it
I
as
heard
well,
some
by the
good
way.
stuff. I heard
did
some
hear
people
posi-
saying it's not a Metal Gear game, but it's a good game.
Sure, I've heard that too. And I've heard lots of people say it's just a boring, generic zombie game. So there's a real broad spectrum. I'm sure a lot of the people at the negative end of the spectrum are people like me that are like, I don't care how good
But
it is.
I think we will
sucks.
play it when it comes out.
I will not play this game.
Oh my god.
I will never play
We
this game.
have to play this game.
I am
Comment
not
section, if we get enough
playing
people
this
saying
game.
play this game, hashtag play this game,
Fuck
we'll
this.
play the game.
I don't care. I don't care. I will not play this game.
Okay, guys, it's a challenge now. If the whole comment section's like, hashtag play this game, we've got to throw it on. Or I'll just sit here and play it and you have to watch.
Hashtag fuck Konami.
Hashtag fucking
They did come out today though and say there's no loot boxes in their game.
That's true,
Which,
that's
to
true.
be honest, is stunning for Konami. Because I
That's
thought
true.
if there's some crappy gambling mechanic that they could implement in their video game,
I could just literally put a poker machine in it.
they would do it. They would do it. So they did, there is microtransactions though. We don't know exactly what they are yet. They did say it was going to be similar to Metal Gear Solid 5, which had stuff like accessories for their forward operating bases. If any of you played the multiplayer, you'll know what that is. It was okay, it wasn't the best thing ever. You didn't really need it, but it definitely helped. It was a pay-to-win advantage in a way. But regardless, there's no loot boxes. That's fine. We'll see exactly how the monetization model works for this game. Well, at least those that play it will. Because as I said, fuck Konami.
Fuck Konami.